this integration between Jira Studio and Google Apps. We thought, well, what if the applications themselves could talk with you? And that's what we built. Here you can see that we'll get a notification from our build system. And our build system has let us know that the build that we're interested in has failed. Now, I can click through from this failure message and see the build itself and find out why it failed and who's responsible. We can see here that it was Dan who broke the build, and he got his own instant message, and I'm sure he's already working hard to fix it. Here we go. So on the left-hand side, you can see instantly linked through to all the applications in Google Apps as well as Studio. We can see the recent Google Docs, such as the design specification we attached recently. We can see our upcoming calendar, and without leaving Studio, we can create an event. So we need to create that meeting with Dan at 9 p.m., or I guess 9 tomorrow morning, and we can quickly add that and make sure it doesn't conflict with our other important meetings we have coming up. Without leaving Studio, we can see our upcoming Gmail events and Gmail messages and see if there's anything we need to respond to. We can see the code reviews that are assigned to us. And I think Dan has assigned me a code review to work on. The builds that have failed, such as the one we just seen. We can see our favorite wiki pages as well as recent Jira issues. Now, the thing that's most important for me is the final tab, which gives you a single view across all the applications of the things that are relevant to me and my team. So we've shown you gadgets in Studio and inside Gmail. We've shown you the power of Google Docs. We've shown you Google Talk and the fingertip access to all the applications. And that's just some of the integrations that we've built. And best of all, it's available today. In fact, it's in use already. In fact, it's being used by 40 developers in a bus traveling 60 miles an hour from San Francisco to South by Southwest. Along the way, they're committing code using this system, and they're using Google Apps and the Studio integration. And they'll be launching 3 startups when they arrive at South by Southwest. So we think this combination of products is fantastic for startups and software development companies alike, and we look forward to you using it. Thank you, Dave.
Thank you, Scott. So you saw how by using a variety of different extension points, Atlassian was able to connect the entire surface area of their software development suite with the entire surface area of Google's communication and collaboration suite, so that all the employees of our joint customers, whether they spend most of their time on one side of the fence in the land of email or on the other side of the fence in the land of code, have full access to all the information they need when they need it. The next demo I'd like to show you, I'm going to invite up Amit from ManyMoon, who's going to show you how, by using the Google Apps Marketplace and the integration with Google Apps, was how a startup was able to build many more features for their customers much more quickly than they would have been able to otherwise. Amit.
Great. Thanks, David. Hello. I'm Amit Kulkarni with ManyMoon. And ManyMoon is a social productivity application that helps teams get work done online. And what I'd like to show you today is how we used OpenID, Google Calendar, Contacts, and the Docs APIs to quickly develop features that our customers were asking for while converting a lot of our free users to paid users. And what we're really excited about today is a new Google Apps Marketplace, because it dramatically simplifies how users can access the ManyMoon Google Apps integration. So let's dive right into the demo. So this is a typical Google Apps user. Her name is Kate, and she's received an urgent email from her manager, Jim, saying that they have to move to a new office at the end of the month. And he wants a status by the end of the day. Kate turns to ManyMoon to make this happen. So she'll get started by accessing ManyMoon from within the Google Universal Navigation. And with just one click, she's brought right into the application. So there's no need for her to register or sign up again. She's got a variety of features available to her, but she's already got a workspace available called New Office Move that she'll access. And first things first, she'll create a task that says select which office to move to. And we've integrated with the Google Contacts and Provisioning API, so it's really easy for her to assign this task. She'll just put in someone's name, and ManyMoon will find the person and auto-complete it for her. And that's it. Now, luckily, Kate's been keeping track of a list of offices in a Google spreadsheet that she would like to attach to this task. So she'll go to Attach, List Google Docs. And using the Google Doc List API, we'll bring up a list of her Google Docs and uploaded files. So you see a spreadsheet here, list of office spaces. And that's it. She's added it to the task. She'll give this task a due date and say we want to get this done by the end of the week. And that's how easy it is for her to create a task and automatically share that Google spreadsheet with Jim using the Google Docs APIs. Now, most projects have multiple people, so she'll want to invite someone to help out. So she'll go to the members section, and she'll add someone. So in this case, she'll add myself, Amit, to help out with the office move, and that's it. But here's the really cool part. Now that I'm a member of this project, I automatically have access to that Google spreadsheet she just attached a second ago, because ManyMoon uses the Google Docs sharing APIs. So as a project member, I no longer have to go around asking for permissions to access data that's relevant to me. ManyMoon and Google Apps take care of all of that. So after releasing these initial integrations, we knew customers really liked these capabilities because our baseline of daily visits increased by 300%, which we were ecstatic about, obviously. OK, so Kate's assigned a task to her manager. She's invited someone to help with the office move. Now she wants to give this a deadline and give everyone a graphical calendar view to keep them focused. Now, typically, building a full-blown calendar capability might take months. We were able to do it in just a couple of weeks using Google Calendar. Let me show you how. So she'll go to Edit, and she'll give this office move a deadline of the end of the month, just like her manager asked, and that's it. She'll now go down to the Calendar section, which is in actuality a Google Calendar that we've embedded and integrated right within ManyMoon. So that task that she just created with a due date is here. That deadline that she created is right here as well. And this calendar has all the features that our customers need. So we as a development team can focus on building team workflow software instead of worrying about building features around calendar software like reminders and so on. And because we share the same information with Google Apps, her manager, who had originally asked for the status by the end of the day, he lives and dies in his Google Calendar, which I'll show you here, and I'll refresh it. He can see the same information instantaneously without ever going to a third-party application. So I've shown you just a little bit of what ManyMoon can do and how integrating with Google Apps helped us very quickly meet market requirements. And you know, customers love this integration. We've got thousands of businesses using ManyMoon for everything from event planning to software development to hiring and recruiting. And as you see, the Google Apps Marketplace dramatically simplifies how users like Kate can access ManyMoon and then also utilize their existing Google Apps within ManyMoon. Thanks, and I'll turn it back over to David.
Thank you, Emma. What you saw again, take a startup, wants to build an awful lot of features for customers, wants to build them in a hurry with a small team. Let's stand on the shoulders of giants. Let's take advantage of Google Apps and use the integration points in the marketplace to accelerate their ability, a force multiplier on their ability to build a great product in a hurry and expand the power of Google Apps with more features for more users. Before I bring up our last demo, I want to talk about one extension point. Remember I said we have a list of opportunities for integration, and the list is going to be growing. Well, everything you've seen so far tonight is going to be live, available for installation and purchase later this evening. What we're about to show you is one sneak peek of one of the new integration points that's coming, that's not available yet, but that's available to you as developers to start trying out, start thinking about and building into your apps and say, hey, what would I do with this? This is the ability to get one step deeper into the flow of your user's life inside Google Apps. If any of you are Gmail users, you've probably noticed that recently when someone sends you an email that just contains in the text of the email a link to a YouTube video, something in Gmail somehow noticed that there was something of interest there, matched on that link to the YouTube video, and inserted into your inbox, right in line in the email, a little preview widget, a little gadget that said, hey, here's something that might be of use to you right now because I matched on something that I was told to look for in the email. Well, we took the machinery that our internal teams had used to build that triggering into their application integration with Gmail, and we're making it available to you as developers to include into your apps. So what this means is that your application can say, I'm interested in a particular field in a particular email. Whenever an email arrives that, for example, contains the name of, in the from field is from one of the people in my customer database, I want to match on that, have my application get called, so I have the opportunity to show my users the information they need, give them an opportunity to take action on that information right in place, sort of point of action information right there in their inbox. That contextual gadget capability is what our last demo tonight, Apereo, is going to show us. I'd like to invite up Ryan from Apereo, who's going to show you how using some of the points of integration you've seen before and the new contextual gadget capability was able to build a very tight integration between Apereo's product and Google Apps. Right.
Great.